In 1975, a crack commando was sent to prison by a military court for a crime he didn't commit. This man promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade straight to the Raider underground. Today, still wanted by the government, he survives as a soldier of Raider fortune. If you have a problem, if you're lucky enough to find him, proceed with caution. Be prepared. He's known to bring the fire.
What's up, Raider Nation? I'm the Commish coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And it's a hump day in Raider Nation. And what does it mean when it's a hump day in Raider Reaction? It means it's time for Ghost to the Post with Prime and the Commish as we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league-wide, touching on all the hot league topics, because there are 32 teams in the league. We've got to keep up on the 31 enemies. So, Prime is our resident Raider Reaction sports guru. He has been a ring announcer for professional MMA and a PA announcer for professional soccer, play-by-play and color commentary for college basketball, two-time vice president of the Hardcore Challenge, the pinnacle of fantasy football competition, as well as play-by-play and color commentary for college football. And as he does every Monday and Wednesday on Raider Reaction, Prime joins us for Ghost of the Post as we drop back deep and let it fly league-wide. What's up, Prime?
What's going on, Commish? It's Prime in the house today on a hump day. What up, man?
What's up? What's up? So, well, I hear you, but your video's frozen, so we'll roll with it for a second. But you got this terrible...
I don't know.
You got this terrible... There you go. You're good. You're good.
I don't feel frozen.
No, you're good.
I don't feel frozen.
You're not frozen. You're good. You're frozen on one device, but I think you're good everywhere else. Okay. So, it's been a little slow in the as far as the league news in the past few days, which...
Slow? Slow doesn't even begin to describe it. Like, oh my gosh, it's like trying to squeeze water out of a dry rag. Like, there's so little... Did you hear about Vince Young?
Oh, yes, I did.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
I did. Vince Young, you know, the guy's got a point. He's like, listen, man, you know, I had some ups and downs, but Josh McCown's still getting jobs. Fitzpatrick's still getting
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah.
He's got a valid point. The guy's got a valid point. I ain't gonna lie. All right.
Vince Young was one of the best college football players I have ever seen. Literally, when that guy was down there, the University of Texas, like, he was a man amongst boys. That Vince Young bowl game where it was Texas versus USC, that was one of the best freaking college football games ever. I mean, that was Reggie Bush. That was that Matt Leinart, I think, at the quarterback helm?
Yes.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, that was one of the...
Bush. All right, hold on. Chris had a good question because I was just getting ready to get to that. Now, technically, okay, because I had technical difficulties, again, with Facebook connecting when I first went live, so I had to reboot quick, but I have everything set up, so it usually only takes me a second to do. But when it went live the first time, Chris Lentz was in first. So I'm giving Chris Lentz a tally for being in first today. Jukebox was in first, but when it came back up and the show that is right now, that is Ghost to the Post, Brian Burkett was the first one on. So Brian gets his second tally as the month is closing out. So Brian's got 2, Chris Lentz has 2, Chuck has 1, Jose's got 1, and Lyons is leading with 3. So that's where we're at with the tally so far. And what's up, everybody who's watching with us? What's up, what's up, what's up? It goes to the post. Prime, Commish. Dropping back deep, hitting all the league topics. So, Prime, I would say probably the biggest stories that are hot right now are a couple suspensions that came down today.
It's the way it is in the summer every time. There's no real actual football news. It's just trouble off the field.
Yeah, the only, like I've said before, the only kind of news you get this time of the season is bad news, and that's usually not the type of news that you want.
There's contract news, but
yeah,
there's contract news and there's bad news, and if it's not contract news, it's definitely bad news.
Typically. So, bad news for the Cowboys. Their number 1 pass rusher, basically, David Irving, is going to be shelved for the first quarter of the season.
4 games.
Yeah, that's rough for a team that's already their weak. That's their Achilles already, is their defense.
Oh, it has been. Their best linebacker can't even stay on the field, and Sean Lee, but that's a whole other story. So, yeah, losing their best pass rusher because he took a supplement. By the way, he's actually sponsored by the people that make the supplement. He's actually sponsored by them.
Yeah,
and apparently they had something in their mix that was on the NFL banned substance list.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate for him, but
yeah,
he's gonna miss 4 games. I know he's appealing it, and usually the appeals don't go well in these things. They just don't.
Yeah. He'll probably get it busted down to like 2 games or something like that because he hasn't been in trouble before. But you might as well just start calling, call them the Alice Cowboys because there's no D in Dallas. I'm here all night. Yep, they're now the Alice Cowboys.
Yes, they are D-list. But another suspension that was handed down was, I don't know if you heard this one, Carlos Williams. He was a running back that had a promising season with the Bills. And then last season he came over and was signed onto the practice squad and was working his way up through the Steelers. The Steelers released him in March, and then he gets popped. And now he's been suspended for a year. So that really put his career on life support at this point.
Yeah, I remember when he was with Buffalo, he made a pretty big splash for about a 4 to 6 game period where, he was breaking it off for like hundreds of yards and, and touchdowns and stuff. So, oh, wow. I did not hear Ahman Green has been arrested for felony child abuse. Man, oh, well. Well, he's not in the league anymore.
Yeah, Ahman Green is, he's looking at a little bit of trouble. He's looking at a little bit of trouble, that's for sure.
I'm a sports nerd, for the record.
Hey, he is the Raider Reaction resident sports guru. Come on, he showed up with an Ichiro shirt, Japanese Ichiro jersey on Monday. Shows up with the USA Soccer today. That's why we got him on. So, give me a little different perspective.
Have you seen that boy, Bliznik? Bliznik, he's the best. I tell you what, if that guy comes along for the U.S. national team, he's going to be like the Jordan of American soccer. He's better than Donovan. Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I won't get off into soccer. No one will follow.
Oh, yeah. We'll lose everybody. Don't go spinning that way. So there's 2 guys that, the one is that's a shot for the Cowboys. I don't care what you say. That's a shot for the Cowboys. Their defense is weak already, and that's a shot for them. Absolutely.
It's only 4 games though.
So
it's only 4 games.
Only 4 games out of a 16-game season, though. That's significant.
Well, yeah, it's definitely significant, but I haven't checked their schedule or anything like that. I don't know who they're facing the first 4 games. But
Yeah, I'm not sure how impactful it is.
I mean, I don't expect a lot out of Dallas anyway. Pardon me. I don't expect a lot out of Alice. That is, I can't call them Dallas anymore. They're just Alice. Yep, Alice Cowgirls. Because they got no D.
Got no D. Well, so supposedly, Andrew Luck, Mr. Neckbeard, he's feeling a lot better. So the story is he's feeling better and better. He hasn't really started throwing yet after the shoulder surgery, but he's saying the arm is going to be better and better every week. So it's looking promising that he's going to be back and on the field throwing and ready for this season. They need him.
Yeah, well, that's good. No, they need him badly. They need him badly. Like, I mean, outside of Andrew Luck, what are they? I mean, they got Frank Gore. Frank Gore's like a dinosaur with shoulder pads on. Like, I don't know. The Colts, ever since Peyton Manning left, the Colts have not bounced back. I don't care. They let Peyton Manning go. They drafted Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was supposed to be just the phenom, the savior, and he's nothing but 500 neckbeard. That's all he is.
He was so hyped that his when he came out of Stanford, I mean, for 2 years they talked about this kid like he was the next greatest thing since sliced bread. That he was just going to change the league. And I mean, if you're going to get rid of Peyton Manning and just take some guy out, I mean, they traded neck
surgeries for a neck beard.
Yeah.
They traded neck surgeries for a neck beard.
Yeah. Man, he's on it tonight.
I guess so. I don't know. I've been on vacation, you know.
True. It's true. Now here's another one. Zach Orr, ex-Ravens linebacker, is saying he's ready to come out of retirement after he was forced to retire due to congenital spine condition. He's saying he's ready to come back out. So. Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure exactly what changed for him, but you know, if he still has NFL game, then by all means, he can come back and see what he can do. Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's news. So.
Yeah. I mean, it could be news. I mean, he could be a serviceable guy for somebody. I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, he's ready to come back, so that means he's been doing his workouts and all that sort of stuff. He's been preparing. You know, he feels good. He's rehabbed whatever he had to rehab. I mean, it's kind of weird that he retired. You know, and if he retired early, what did he lose at that time to make him, I guess, want to retire? And what has he gotten back that makes him want to come back? I mean, that's sort of the big question. So, I mean, when you're talking about a guy coming out of retirement, it's a matter of, I guess, you know, what drove him out of the game and why do they now have the heart to continue?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of asked the same question about Marshawn. I mean, Marshawn wasn't really due to injury, but you know, something drove him away from the game. And you know, what exactly was it?
You know, was he tired of Seattle or what? But see, now there's no real question with Marshawn because he's getting a chance to play for his hometown, and that's every player's dream. When you're a kid, you wanna grow up and be a player for your squad, for your team. You know. I mean,
Derek Carr's the same way. He grew up a Raiders fan his whole life, and now you know he's getting to live the dream as well. So it's pretty cool for both of them, really, to be able to live out your dream of the team you've always wanted to play for. I mean, that's just craziness that that could come true. So,
you know, and if you're just joining us, if you're just tuning in, Got to let you know that this is the RAIDER reaction special edition on Mondays and Wednesdays. Goes to the post with Prime and the Commish. Dropping so deep, throwing bombs for touchdowns, league-wide, covering all the teams, all the news. And we do have a little special going on later, Prime Kuts, where I just talk about the hottest sports stories of the day, of the week. So,
yeah,
nonetheless.
Get the Prime Cut later. He breaks it down, and we just give him the floor. So it'll be every Wednesday, about mid-show, every Wednesday. You give Prime the stage, and you get a little Prime Cut action. So we got that coming up in about 12 minutes. About 12 minutes. Get a little Prime Cut. That's gonna be every Wednesday. Now we got some other stuff coming. We got a little doing something a little special on Friday night. So tune in Friday to see that. And then don't forget tomorrow night it's the Raider Reaction After Hours on One Nation Live at 9 Pacific, midnight Eastern. So make sure you're there for that. It's a little less formal, and we'll really break down, talk some silver black to everybody there. Check that out tomorrow night. That's on top of the regular. So, Dak Prescott says Tony Romo was amazing at helping me. It really helped me out. So, that's great, I guess. That's a news story.
Yeah, Tony Romo. Tony Romo's a good guy. He always has been. You know, he hasn't been a jerk or anything like that. He dated Jessica Simpson. I'll give him props for that. She doesn't know what tuna or chicken is or whatever, but whatever. Anyway. Yeah, Tony Romo's all right. So I'm not shocked to hear that Tony Romo was a good teammate when Dak Prescott came to town and showed him the ropes on and off the field, apparently. Gave him some off-the-field tips, too, how to be a professional. Tony Romo's been a professional. There you go. Good for Dak Prescott. Come out, letting it be known, you know.
Maybe, hopefully that jinxes Dax. He gets the Romo wiggy now, and he'll go down too. So we'll see.
I wouldn't wish that upon any guy.
No.
I don't want players to get hurt. I don't want players to get hurt.
I don't want players to get hurt unless they're getting steamrolled by Khalil Mack. Now, if it's that kind of getting hurt, that's different.
He dated Carrie Underwood too.
That's football. Huh?
Dang.
Yeah.
Tony Romo apparently dated Carrie Underwood too.
Oh yeah, for a minute. Yeah, he's a heavy hitter.
yeah. I mean, he's no John Mayer, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
John Mayer slays the... All right, that's enough.
Yes, he does.
But meanwhile, back in football,
he's got a gold jacket.
So Dak Prescott better hope he has the career that Tony Romo had.
I guess. Now, another quarterback that's been in the news is Carson Palmer, saying he's going to decide on his NFL future after this season. Do you think I don't even know if he's got another season in him. I think he's pushed it for this season.
For real. I mean, he's on a reconstructed knee himself. Carson Palmer, I don't know. He was effective last year, and he was really effective about 2 years ago. If he thinks he has one more in him, I've got no reason to doubt him. He's been healthy ever since he well, no, he actually went down for a few games. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so he's Father Time is undefeated. No, that doesn't help. You know what? Carson Palmer's on borrowed time. So this year, well, he still has Larry Fitzgerald. They're a bunch of old guys, you know, hooking up. They're like the old guys at the YMCA on a pickup basketball game that no one wants to play because they'll just get like old schooled to death. Like they'll just body you up and they're all sweaty and stuff, and you don't want to play defense on that, and they just keep scoring. You know, David Johnson's coming off an injury, but anyway, like Larry Fitzgerald and Carson Palmer are those guys. They're like the old guys in the NFL. They're still playing. They're still old, and you know what? Fitzgerald will run some little pattern that no one can really keep up with somehow because he got it off a video game. I don't know.
Yeah.
His dreads are just flying in the wind behind his helmet and such, and they're mesmerized by his hair. And then suddenly he's open and Carson Palmer hits it. So you know, I don't know how long they can do that. They could probably do that, I don't know, another 2 years, 3 years.
Georgie, Prime is more of a league fan. That's why I have him on to touch on all the league stuff. That's why he's our league guy. He's wanting to know what's your team. What's
my team? My team is all right. I go for the United States a lot. USA. I also I root for the Beaver Street Roar. That's my fantasy squad.
Yes, Silver and Black Attack. It's the year of the Silver and Black Attack.
I like the men's national team in soccer.
So I'm saying, Georgie, that's why he's our resident sports guru. He's everything. He's a sports fan. So that's why I have him on.
I really like
a wider perspective than just
Jason Day is a great golfer. He battled delirium or something like that, or hysteria, or no, what's that called? When you're dizzy. Anyway, don't worry about it.
It's not listening
to all sports.
Vertigo? You mean vertigo?
Vertigo. There we go. Yeah, Jason Day had vertigo.
Yeah. Listeria. I don't even know what that is. I don't want that. It don't sound good, whatever it is. All right, so Carson Palmer saying, maybe at the end of the year, I'm surprised he's still around, honestly. I thought he was done when the Raiders were done with him. I didn't think he hadn't have anything. What's up, Harvey? And, I didn't think he had much left in him anyway.
See, sorry, George. I would be a Raider fan, but that doesn't make sense, what you just said right there. I see he need to a Raiders. I see I need to do what? Anyway, oh, Lord. Yeah, we got fans of all kinds watching on Mondays and Wednesdays. I see there's a Chief fan popping up right there. I know there, of course, T-Well's here, so there's a Dallas fan. Oh, pardon me, an Alice fan. So, yeah.
Because ain't got no D.
All kinds of fans. I see people peeking in. USA, that's right. Best country in the world.
Speaking of T-Well, let's let a cat out of the bag, because I was going to start promoting it, but I was going to wait until the first of the week. Well, we can go ahead and drop the little nugget now. Is we're going to add T-Well to the Raider Reaction team starting next week on Thursdays. The second half of the show on Thursdays. It's going to be the franchise face-off. Little Dallas versus Oakland action every Thursday, the second half of the show. So we'll be promoting that next week, but T-Well is going to join the Raider Reaction team every Thursday.
That's cool as long as he brings a shirt. As long as he wears a shirt.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Hardcore Challenge Live is a much smaller audience, so you have to wear a shirt on here. We have a strict no nipple policy on Raider Reaction.
Well, I almost shot Dr. Pepper out my nose.
Yeah, that's across the board. Okay, let's just put that out there. No cursing and keep the nipples covered.
Kind of show is this? I'm out of here. I need nipples and cursing. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Your traps. Yeah, it's a trap, all right.
Your traps. Oh my goodness gracious. Where's this show going? This has been derailed. It's been completely derailed.
Yeah, we fallen off.
Cowboys rookie. Speaking of the Cowgirls. Well, nobody likes the Donkeys, Harvey. That's pretty much across the board. That's something we can all agree on.
That's a pretty safe bet. No one likes the Broncos or the Donkeys.
We can all agree on that, and that this is possibly the ugliest Raiders jersey ever made. Is this ugly Pro Bowl Khalil Mack jersey. We can all agree on that as well. It looks like something out of Star Trek. But
yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, it's ugly. It looked better on the screen when it got here, and I was like, "Damn, I'll never wear that." It's purple and
never
gold.
Never say never.
It's I just figured I was like, "I'm gonna wear this tonight." ugly thing.
So yeah, the only NFL news we have anymore are guys getting suspended or guys talking about camp. Like, that's interesting. Like, oh, he showed me the ropes. That's fantastic. What everyone is waiting and wanting comes in. Oh, man, we're getting close. We're getting close to real football.
We're getting real close.
Can you feel it? I don't know how many weeks away, but we're getting close. I mean, you get preseason games at the end of August.
Mike's cracking on my jersey.
As he should be.
I've been telling everybody for weeks about this jersey. I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna wear that ugly thing on the show. And I thought tonight was the night. But see, it's the Mac. It's got the Raiders on the sleeves, but it's this on the front. Man, I don't know. Well, that just comes down to schedule, Harvey. That just comes down to schedule, and the schedule.
Yeah, the league office puts a schedule together.
Well, we do play the Steelers fairly regularly. We don't play them this season, but we'll be seeing them next season for sure because we do play them fairly regularly. So, that being said, we promoted earlier, and right now, we're going to bring to you, as we will every single Wednesday night, during Ghost of the Post, featured during the Wednesday Raider Reaction, we will be turning over the stage to Prime. And you will get the Prime Cut. It's all yours.
So the Prime Cut each Wednesday is going to be basically me talking about some of the biggest sports stories all across the sports entertainment world. So, that being said, what I cannot seem to get enough on, and I cannot wait till it happens, is the legend, yeah, I said it, legend, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. Holy smokes. Man. All right. There has not been a bigger fight ever. This is going to be bigger than Mayweather-Pacquiao. I mean, the money that is going to be generated from this thing is going to reach record levels. Record levels. And what I am hoping, like so many other fight fans are hoping for, is just a competitive fight. And I think it really is going to be that. Now, all the experts are saying that Floyd Mayweather is going to just cream him. Like, Conor McGregor has no chance, okay? But I am an MMA guy. You know, I've done some ring announcing for MMA, also some reporting and writing and whatnot. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of Conor McGregor, I watched the man come out to Sinead O'Connor singing the Irish national anthem. And, you know, like, it was way over the top. And he is a master promoter, so Floyd should be happy that he's working with a guy like this. But you are absolutely right. It's a nothing but a money fight. And you know what I think? I think Conor McGregor has a chance. Not just a chance, but I think he can knock Floyd Mayweather out. I watched Conor McGregor knock out Jose Aldo in like 13 seconds. Aldo had not been defeated ever in like 10 years in the octagon. 13 seconds in, he runs in, right on the button. Conor McGregor knocks him clean out. He didn't even know the fight was over. Like, Conor McGregor is a much better fighter. Oh, snooze fest. There's no way it's going to be a snooze fest. Not with Conor McGregor in the ring. Like, granted, Floyd Mayweather is the best defensive fighter to ever step into any kind of a ring. You know? He makes a living on not being touched, and he's good at it, you know? But at the same time, there's not a lot of fighters in general that have, like, the technique or the length that Conor McGregor has. Conor McGregor at times, I mean, I don't want to get into a bunch of hyperbole or anything like that, but it is sort of what I'm into. But nonetheless, like, Conor McGregor can at times look like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, the best fighter ever. ever to even put the fists up. Conor McGregor can at times look like that. He was dominant in MMA. And, you know, it's not like he doesn't throw a punch. They're saying, oh, he's never boxed before. Fighting is fighting. I don't know when the last time any of y'all got in a fight was, or when I got in a fight. I can tell you when I got it. It was a while back. I don't fight. Anyway. But, I mean, like, it doesn't matter. I mean, MMA guys actually train with boxing gloves because it's like getting hit with pillows and stuff. They can take that all day. You know, Conor McGregor has more than a fighting chance. And in my books, in my opinion, he's favored. He's favored. Why? Because Conor McGregor has knockout power. When was the last time Floyd Mayweather knocked out anybody? If he knocked out anybody, it was a woman, and he shouldn't have been hitting her because he's a bad, bad man. Oops. Didn't mean to go there. Didn't mean to go there. So, I am not a betting man, Chuck. I'm sorry. I can't bet on sports. The only sports gambling I do is on fantasy football. It all started, and I think it was about 93. I bet on the Buffalo Bills to win the Super Bowl. And at the time, I was just a young pup. And I lost $150. And that was a hard-earned $150. I worked at a swimming pool. I was a lifeguard. Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, lost $150, and I had to kiss another man's shoe. Like, Conor McGregor, whoa, is not a brawler. Have you seen the form? Have you seen the form? The guy's like a karate master. There's no way in the world that Conor McGregor is a brawler. Oh, they lost to the Giants. It was Scott Norwood, wide right, wide left, one of those. Yeah, it was tough. Lost by a field goal in the last seconds. It was terrible. $150, and I had to kiss another man's shoe. Like, that's why I've never been to Vegas, Chuck. So, yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait for this fight. But you know what? Boxing isn't lying down quietly. Boxing isn't just going to go away. In fact, they're countering, and I think they moved this fight up. And that's the Manny Pacquiao fight. He's going to fight some undefeated Australian guy. They're calling it like the Rumble in Brisbane or something like that. And they're putting it on the 4-letter network. That's almost like free TV. It's on cable TV, but compared to a pay-per-view, it's free TV. It's going to be on the 4-letter network this Saturday? Something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of funny because mixed martial arts is bigger globally, I think, right now than boxing. Boxing is waning. Boxing is going down. Like, no one can even name 5 good boxers right now. So, thanks, Monica. No problem. You know? Yeah, to me, it's the biggest sports story around. Now, some other news did drop today, but I won't get into the big NBA trade. I'm not going to talk about the NBA trade. I mean, this Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather fight, I mean, they're talking like $600 million or something like that. I mean, that is insane. That is insane. The sponsors, like, just to sponsor it, if you want your company's name in the center of the ring and on some turnbuckles and maybe, I don't know, across a ring girl's hoo-ha's, that's going to cost you $10 million. $10 million, okay? So, in comparison to the Manny Pacquiao fight, the Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather fight, I think that same sponsorship would have cost you about half that, like $5 million. I'm going for Conor McGregor because, man, I cannot get down with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, man, he's such a boring fighter. Nobody wants to watch a man dance for 36 minutes or 12 3-round minutes, whatever. Like, no one wants that. No one wants that. I don't even know how he has sold half the pay-per-views that he has in the past. Like, he's not an outstanding promoter. He's the best defensive fighter that the world has ever seen. But defense in boxing and combat sports is boring. It's boring. Knock somebody out, son. And I think Conor McGregor can do it. Conor McGregor's a man. I mean, oh my gosh. When he knocked out Josie Aldo in 13 seconds. People don't understand, like Josie Aldo was the pound-for-pound best fighter forever. Like, he had that lightweight championship forever. Like, he held it for more times than Anderson Silva, I think. Like, Josie Aldo was the man. Easy there, Commish. Anyway, I love Nate Diaz too. He's dumb, but you're damn right. Nate Diaz, he's great. I mean, he'll talk smack and smack you in the face in a professional fight. Like, yeah. And that Conor McGregor-Diaz fight was pretty outstanding. The first one, you know, when Diaz choked him out, it wasn't a surprise. Actually, I wasn't surprised at the time. But anyway, that's old news. Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. I don't know if you guys are ordering the fight, but I know I am. I am going to watch that fight. It'll be the first boxing pay-per-view I've bought since Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas, I think. I did get that fight. I watched that fight. Yeah, Tyson, he was doing too many bad things to win that fight, so yeah, I can't wait for that. I think that's some of the biggest news, but I can't ignore. Nah, it's gonna get my money, Chuck. It's got to get my money because I think one man's gonna dance, the other man's gonna swing. You know, that's the bottom line. I think Conor McGregor has elite, like, fighting skills. He is a combatant. Like, there's no one now in the lightweight division that can even come close to him. He could go back to the UFC, and that's the big thing. Like, what's going to happen after this? Because everyone and their dog is going to watch this fight either by, you know, theft or cash. You know, everyone knows, you know, you can go on to whatever. You can download and do whatever, all right? But no, everyone's going to see that fight. But what happens afterwards? Is Conor McGregor going to go back to the UFC? I mean, Floyd Mayweather is coming out of retirement to do this. So, you know, is Floyd going to, like, keep on fighting? No, he's not going to keep on fighting. Is he going to fight like a real good boxer, like Triple G or something like that? No, they're going to be wearing big, goofy boxer gloves. I don't know how many ounces those things are because I haven't watched boxing in forever. It's a dead sport if you ask me. But the MMA guys train with boxing gloves. Like, Mayweather will do no damage to Conor McGregor. What's up, Steph? I see you out there. Commish, she's taking a little break. We're on the Prime Cut. Prime Cut's talking about mixed martial arts and combat sports and boxing. What? Yeah. What up, Chris? Yeah, what's good? We're in the middle of the Prime Cut. I'm talking about Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Floyd is a freaking legend. Oh my gosh, he has so much money. He has the best nickname, Floyd Money Mayweather. There's no doubt he is in this for the cash. There's no doubt that this is a whole big money grab for both of them. But it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be way better than Mayweather-Pacquiao. Oh my gosh. Pacquiao's a tiny little man. All right, that's the thing about Conor McGregor. He is a fighter. They're both fighters. Right on. I tell you what, the fact of the matter is I've seen Conor McGregor knock people out. I haven't seen Floyd Mayweather knock people out. I see Floyd Mayweather dance and dodge and dip and dodge and dip and dodge, and he dances. And he doesn't get hit. It's amazing. He gets dudes like reaching stupidly for him. I mean, way off balance. Terrible attack. And yeah, I don't think that he can do that against Conor McGregor, who is a trained mixed martial artist. It's like mixed martial artist guys don't box? You got to be kidding me. I mean, they do everything from boxing to kung fu to jiu-jitsu to wrestling to judo to sambo to friggin' what's that Brazilian dance fight thing? They do that too, you know? Yeah, it's gonna be great. And to me, that's one of the biggest stories in the past week or two. Honestly, it's gonna be fantastic. If you're not gonna get the fight, Chuck, come on up to Prime's house. You can watch it with me, man, right here in my basement. We can do that. Man. So, anyway, that is the Prime Cut for the hump day. I hope you guys liked it. It's me just talking about the biggest sports story I can find. I've been holding on to this one for a minute, so, you know, maybe next week I might talk about a certain Chris Paul getting traded to Houston and how that affects the Western Conference in the NBA.
There you have it.
We'll see.
You get it every Wednesday. About midway.
That's right, Monica. Me too. Every
Wednesday. And I agree. I'm rooting for Conor McGregor too. I want to see Conor McGregor. I can't. Floyd Mayweather is a terrible human being, and everybody wants to see Floyd Mayweather get knocked out. I think everybody. Floyd Mayweather is a terrible human being. Great boxer, crappy human being. So, everyone hold it.
Oh. I mean, I only touched on his off, out of the ring stuff. Anybody who is a world champion fighter should not hit a woman, period. Or even hit anybody.
Yeah, so. All right, well, back to some football. Spin out of fight world back because I can stay on the fight stuff forever. Good Lord.
Oh man. Don't get me on UFC. Don't get me on UFC. Did you see the fight night the other night?
Oh. When the young lady lost herself all over the octagon, that one?
No, I don't pay attention to that. It's not related. I mean, it's fight related because she pooped. You don't poop in the octagon.
It doesn't happen every time, so it's noteworthy. It's not like it's a common occurrence.
Yeah. No, it was Lee versus Charius or something like that. No, it was a pretty good fight. There's a lot of smack talk between the two. They had a pretty interesting press conference. They went at each other, and then the favorite Lee actually choked out the other guy in the first round. Except the ref was a little early on the call. And let's not get into UFC.
I heard about that. I did hear about that. I heard about it because of the controversy about the call. Dana White was pissed off about that. I did hear about that. I have a hard time catching all the UFC anymore because there's so freaking much of it. It's hard to keep up, and it's on all the time. So and there's so many pay-per-views. Like, it used to be once a month, and I would always watch those, but now
they're not even all pay-per-views now. They've got free fight nights.
It's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up. I mean, it's nice. There's fights all the time, but it's hard to keep up. So, yeah, no, I don't see
Toa. Yeah, I think you're right. And I probably just butchered your name, but yeah, I think you're right. McGregor, TKO, over Floyd. Floyd's going to get bloody. I can't wait.
Floyd,
you know what? He can soak up all his brother's $100 bills, but
Floyd has zero chance of knocking out McGregor. Zero chance.
Zero.
McGregor can knock out Floyd. Not the other way around. McGregor can knock out Floyd. The only thing Floyd has is the fact that guys that have trained their entire life from the time they're 5 years old cannot put a glove on Floyd. Floyd is one of the greatest defensive boxers in history. That is the only thing Floyd has going for him, is he frustrates fighters, and he pulls them out of their game plan and their comfort zone. And if McGregor can stay disciplined, weather the storm, work through, eventually there's kinks in Floyd's armor, and he can fucking tag him. Excuse me. Did I say that? He can tag him.
Oh, wow. What were you saying earlier about language?
Sorry,
language.
That one slipped. My bad. It was late in the show. All the kids should be in bed. Oops. That one slipped. Ah, well. It happens. Well, that's what you get with flying without a net on live. Uh-oh. Then we lost Prime. That's hilarious. So, back into the football. Cowboys rookie, Taco Charlton, is going to be endorsing tacos. Because why not? It's Taco signing partnership with Taco Bueno. Oh, hey, what are you gonna do, Chris? It's gonna happen every once in a while. Considering the fact I'm on for, I know, isn't that crazy? Like, as soon as it happened, Brandon, there was technical difficulties and he disconnected. Like he was He's like appalled, like, oh my God, which we know that's not the case. How do you think we're going to do against the Ravens? Asked Monica. Well, Monica, I think we are going to do very, very well against the Ravens, but that is one of the games I'm concerned about. Now, I don't know if you've heard my season breakdown, but I don't know what happened. Prime, I don't know what happened. You disconnected. I didn't disconnect you. You disappeared. So I just ran with it. It was getting late in the show anyway. Hey, we're flying without a net, so I just rolled with it. But, Monica, you said Baltimore, week 5. Now, this is one of the games I'm concerned about. Because when you look at the season, there are certain games, the way the season lays out, that concern you. Now, I think we're going to win Tennessee. And I think we're going to beat the Jets. And I think we're going to beat Washington and Denver. So we're going to be 4-0 when we come into Baltimore. And we're going on a 3-game homestand, which concerns me. So that's just one of them games where you come out, you're coming home, you feel comfortable, and you maybe let your guard down just a little bit. And you take one on the chin late in the game, and we let one slip. I think there or the Chargers, possible. So. What's up, Prime? I thought you were just so aghast by the vulgarity.
I didn't do it.
That you just had to disconnect and go.
That was Facebook. Apparently, the fights got you all excited, and you started flinging F-bombs all around. And Facebook's like, it was him. They blame the black guy. That's wrong. It's messed up, Facebook. That's messed up. That's racial. That's racial.
It was racial. It was totally racial.
No, not at all. Not at all.
F-bomb on this show. Hit me the guy with the Star Trek jersey on. He's got to be clean.
Yeah. You got data on the back?
Yes. Hey, it's got Raiders on it. On the sleeves, it's got some Raiders on there. It is a Mac jersey. It's just, even look at the back. It's got that ugly pattern around the name. It is just the ugliest jersey, man. It is hideous. Well, the sad part is you don't want to know how much I paid for this jersey. Way too much. Way too much. That's for sure. So, yeah, did you hear that? Rookie Taco Charlton is endorsing tacos with Taco Bueno. I mean, it's a match made in heaven. Why not?
Yeah, as he should. I mean, I love Chuck because he brings tacos all the time. You know, I love tacos. What did I have for lunch today? Ask me what I had for lunch today.
Tacos?
I said ask me. I'd say tacos.
What'd you have for
lunch?
I
had tacos. Huh?
Tacos and nachos. Those are my favorite food by far. Easily.
Yeah.
What's up,
right.
Queen of the Darkness?
Yeah, Monica, that's how we roll around here. Raiders and sports and NFL and fights, and then my man drops an F-bomb and the whole thing goes in the tank.
Yeah, I try to keep it regimented in silver and black on most of the, but Monday and Wednesday, I mean, we want to touch on all the hot league stories, and right now, I mean, come on, it's towards the end of June. Nobody's in training camp. No preseason games are going on. Nothing's going on. There's nothing going on. So, you know, we're gonna veer a little bit into other adjacent sports worlds a little bit in this time of the season. It just is what it is. No, I think he's talking about mine. Chris is probably talking about my jersey.
All right. Well, I was asked if I actually think the Raiders will make the Super Bowl, and
he's down.
I think the
Raiders to make the Super Bowl.
I said the AFC Championship is going to come down to the Patriots and the Raiders. The Raiders with a healthy Carr and Skittles beast mode. I think they get it done. I really do. I think their what they added on their defensive side of the ball, the Raiders, you guys, what you've added on the defense, another linebacker in the draft. I think they are one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team in the AFC. And I think they will make the Super Bowl. So, anyway.
Yes. That's from a guy who's just a league fan. Gives an unbiased opinion.
Unbiased. I hate 4 teams in the NFL. I root for the rest of them. 4 of them I cannot stand. And I think you could tell one of them just a moment ago when I couldn't call them by their names. In fact, yeah, I might as well just make up nicknames for all the 4 teams that I just can't stand. And actually, you Raider fans have done a lot for me. So thank you. Thank you. Good looking out.
Yeah.
Your boy.
We got the donkeys, the donkeys, the queens,
Thank you,
the
Monica,
chokers.
for confirming.
Those are all our division rivals.
Monica says they are
Yeah,
the
the
hottest team, so I guess that's the way it is.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, there's really not a lot else in league news. Like I said, it's been fairly quiet.
The fantasy machine is starting up.
Rob, I would say watch the page. Typically, if there's any any signings in the area, they'll be posted on this page, on the Oakland Raiders football page. There's a signing where you can get Derek Carr signings right now if you want to send in to or order memorabilia to have signed and have it sent back to you. And if you put Commish 81 in the comment box, you can get added into an extra drawing. That's pinned to the top of Oakland Raiders football page. So if you want to check that out, make sure you put Commish 81 in the comment box, because you get added into an extra drawing for a Cliff Branch autographed football.
More importantly, I hope the Raiders make the Super Bowl here in about 2 years when they have the Super Bowl in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, please. That would be, if the Raiders make the Super Bowl when it's here,
Because I'm going to be there. No matter who's in the Super Bowl, I will be there in Tampa with you, Commish.
Yeah, because I don't know if anybody's ever had the pleasure of being in any city, when the Super Bowl is there. Whether it's your team or not, it doesn't matter. When the Super Bowl is in town, it is electrifying. The city is electrifying. It's the coolest place to be for that week in the world, and everybody's there. It's pretty cool. It's fun. There's a lot of fun stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it already.
It was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was almost like a gigantic carnival just got dropped in the middle of downtown. It was insanity. You had like 3 Doors Down was playing live down there. No access. I mean, there were they had Bud Light, Bud Bowl was going down there. It was crazy. ESPN studios were down there. All of the shows were down there. Every night. It was insanity. Everybody was in town. It's fun. Yeah, so you definitely got to come.
So hold on. So 3 Doors Down and Bud Light are the things that get me down there for the Super Bowl?
No. Well, there was other things too. You got to remember, that was like a while ago when they were still
prison now.
When they were relevant once upon a time.
Yeah.
But
even on the slow news weeks, you know what? Time creeps up on us, Commish.
Yep.
It really does.
It does. It is that time. So why don't you say your goodbyes, Prime, because we will not see you again until Monday. And I'm sure we'll have some by then.
I'll miss all you guys, first of all. No, maybe not. But, yeah, come back every Monday and Wednesday for the Ghost to the Post featuring Prime. That's me. And the Commish. That's him. Yeah, where we go and, drop way back, go league wide, throw touchdowns, drop bombs, F-bombs, all that. Yeah, nipples and F-bombs, Mondays and Wednesdays, right here on the Raider Reaction. Not true. But come on and check us out.
Not true. All right. Thank you for Prime for joining me as he does every Monday and Wednesday. Goes to the Post with Prime and the Commish as we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly. League wide, touching on all the hot league topics. We steered a little off course tonight, but you're gonna have that in the middle of off season. You're gonna steer off course a little bit when you show up rocking a freaking Star Trek Khalil Mack jersey. You're gonna steer off course a little bit. It's just gonna happen. But I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping in any of you that spent a single minute with us tonight. Always appreciate it. Hope it was hope we didn't steer too far off the tracks for you. But you got a little bit of the Prime Cut. Gonna give Prime the floor a little bit every Wednesday, about mid-show. So at 10:30, the Prime Cut. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Halfway through, goes to the post. Raider Reaction on Wednesday's edition. The Prime Cut. Give Prime the floor and let him break it down, speak his mind. I know, Chuck. We got a little off the, man. We steered a little off the course. A little off the course tonight, but we got back on. We got a little dirty, but yeah, we got back on the course, and we're headed home, safe. Thank you for stopping in for another edition of Raider Reaction. Tomorrow night, the Commish solo, and you know what that means. Solid hour of silver and black, and in the show with my WTH. So check it out tomorrow. Till then, peace, love, Raider Nation.